finding this was a coordinated attack, I wouldn't doubt there was pre-surveillance.
So we don't know they were, we don't know they weren't. That's my
Correct.
point.
Correct.
And I know the intelligence folks will be here at a subsequent hearing, but we're all in this together. In your letter and your testimony earlier today, you bluntly said the intelligence community missed this.
That is correct, sir. That's the way I feel.
Now, who was commander-in-chief on December 6th?
When you say commander-in-chief,
Who was the president of the United States
Donald Trump, sir.
overseeing the intelligence community that missed this? Repeat your answer.
For the entire 18 agencies that represent the intelligence community?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Then you would be commander-in-chief.
And who was that again?
President Donald Trump.
Okay. Let me ask a couple questions on a different topic. I think it's obvious to many across the country. I was one of 3 senators who was not in chambers on January 6th. I had the benefit, if you will, of watching the events occur in real time, both inside the Capitol and outside the Capitol on television. One thing that was not lost on me and many people that I've talked to is the difference in both police presence and response on January 6th compared to events from last summer, when peaceful protesters were demonstrating in the nation's capital in the wake of George Floyd's murder. Last summer, they were met with significant force. A couple of data points to date: some 250 individuals who were involved in the Capitol insurrection of January 6th have been arrested. More will likely be arrested in the coming weeks and months, but only a small number, about 52 of these individuals, were arrested on January 6th. By contrast, during the largely peaceful protests of last summer, 427 people were arrested. On June 1st alone, 289 people were arrested. Similarly, some 300 protesters were arrested during the Kavanaugh hearings in 2018. So, question, Mr. Sun, can you tell us exactly how the Capitol Police preparations for January 6th differed from preparations for the protests from last summer? And if you can specifically address if they were the same or different use of forward guidelines in place on January 6th compared to the protests of last summer, or any criteria for making arrests on January 6th versus the protests from last summer.
Okay, and if you could do that in about a minute.
Yes, ma'am. I will.
Thank you, Senator.
I will do that very concisely.
Okay.
So I want to look at it from planning and preparations. We plan for every demonstration the exact same way. Doesn't matter the message of the person, doesn't matter the demographics of the grievance involved in the demonstration. We do it the exact same way. We develop our information, we develop our intel, and we base a response plan on that. So let's transition to preparations. I will tell you, we handled 15 major demonstrations involving Black Lives Matters groups, following the death of George Floyd over the summer. We had a total of 6 arrests, no use of less lethal capabilities, no use of lethal force capabilities. The events, everything that we put into place for January 6th far exceeded any planning that we did for any events in 2020, with the full activation of the department, the size of the perimeter that we expanded, the deployment of additional protective equipment, the deployment of less lethal and the application of less lethal, with far exceeded any other event that I can recollect on the nation's capital. So I'll just leave it at that. We
Thank you.
Prepared much more.
Thank you. We're going to go.